Well, student, very good morning to everyone. First, tell me, are you hearing me? आप लोग मुझे सुन पा रहे हैं? Okay. So just we are going to end in this chapter, and last we will study formal sector credit in India. Before it, we studied credit terms of credit. That is the those were two important terms in which we studied what is collateral and who is borrower, lenders, and collateral, that is just like a guarantor. I explained about it, which is non collateral, and that is the property. It means also it is non the assets. Okay, assets like land area, building, vehicles, livestock, housing, whatever the physical property of the human, that is the collateral, and the documents of this property are deposited in the bank, just like a guarantee in how much long term you would be able to pay or repay the loan. Okay, so just I want to ask you a question. Do you know about collateral? Collateral क्या होता है? This question I am asking to Abhijit Mishra, Aman Gupta, Anshul Yadav. Are you hearing me? Respond immediately. सिद्धांत दुबे, शौरी कटियार. आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही बेटा. If you will not respond, just I will consider you are absent. Okay, so immediately you can reply whatever I am asking. Okay, I think you are absent. सृष्टि श्रीवास्तव, अंशिका पाल, जोहा जाकिर. Are you hearing me? Yes, so reply. Yes, 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 very good. Yes, yes, जोहा जाकिर. Okay, okay. It means if we explain about the term of credit in these two type of term conditions like the formal sector and informal sector. Okay, next question I want to ask you, what are the conditions in the rural area, mostly in the Indian rural, just if they require to install any industry, business, entrepreneur, in the situation where they can go to take loan according to the observation and experience in our country in rural area. Mostly rural area में लोग कहाँ लोन लेने के लिए जाते हैं? So just yes, 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 yes. Ask me, ask me. Yes, yes. वेरी गुड. यस, कहते नहीं कि हमने अपना ये प्रॉपर्टी गिरवी रख दिया है, हमने ज्वेलरी को गिरवी रख दिया है, हमने अपने मकान को गिरवी रख दिया है, हमने अपने खेत को गिरवी रख दिया है, राइट? So that is the Hindi word. Okay, so collateral just like a security, है ना? Just you have to repay the loan to the formal sector and informal sector, and wherever you took, जहां से भी आपने लिया है वहां आपको ये रीपे करना है. सो हु विल टेक गारंटी? इसकी गारंटी कौन लेगा? सो दैट इज द गारंटर. इट मीन्स ऑल द डॉक्यूमेंट्स ऑफ द प्रॉपर्टी इन फॉर्म ऑफ कोलेट्रल, दैट इज द यू हैव टू रीपे द लोन अकॉर्डिंग टू द टर्म वॉट एवर यू प्रोमिस्ड. जो आपने प्रोमिस किया है उसके अकॉर्डिंग आपको रीपे करना है, ये गारंटी होती है. ओके, सो इट इज नॉट ए पर्सन. ये कोई पर्सन नहीं होता है, बट ओनली द डॉक्यूमेंटेशन और द प्रोमिस, ये वादे होते हैं केवल. Okay, so in this form, most of the people just if they are willing to take loan for housing or building, just they can take loan. Okay, but it is the difficulty in our country. mostly in the rural areas, most of the rich people, they are able to take loan from the formal sector, but most of the people, they are poorer and they belonging to the poorer section of society, they are not able to take loan from the formal sector. So I am asking you, that is the question, what is the difference between formal sector and informal sector credit? Get it? What is the difference between formal sector and informal sector credit? This question I'm asking to Anshika Pal and Himani Mathur, Astha Srivastav. Are you hearing me? Raj Yadav, Rishik Lastug. Yes. Okay. 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 Reply. These are the students. Just I am calling the name. You can reply without any delay. Doesn't matter it is right or wrong. You can reply. Hello. Are you hearing me? Okay. Astha Srivastav. Astha Srivastav. You can reply. क्या बात है बेटा, आप लोग सुन नहीं पा रहे क्या? Okay, anyone. My voice is not clear. Rishika. Yes. Okay. That is the correct feature. Okay. It means this is the difficulty before the people who are belonging in the rural area and they are poorer people. Definitely, they are not able to take loan from the formal sector because they have no approach. They are not able to collect the documents. Whatever the documents they have to deposit at the time of taking loan or credit. जब उनको क्रेडिट लेना होता है तो वहां पर डॉक्यूमेंटेशन नहीं कर पाते हैं. इट मीन्स वो they are failure to collect documents, right? So here I want to explain you difference between formal sector and informal sector loan. Okay, तो formal sector का loan, formal sector credit क्या होता है, informal sector credit क्या होता है? That is first, if I explain you the formal sector credit, definitely we can say this is the facility given by the government, either the banks and cooperative society. Okay, cooperatives also the part of public sector and government. ये भी public sector और government का ही part होता है. Okay, but if we compare to the informal sector, definitely we can say there is no facility from the government side, but also just we can take credit from the private sector, like friends, relatives, okay, money lenders, large farmers, okay, traders. This is the difference, and very important difference. You can justify it. Banks, cooperatives. These are the part of formal sector. Mostly people, if they are rich and have knowledge and they are well educated, having approach to collect all the documents, then they would be able to take loan, take credit from the formal sector. It means they can take credit from the banks and cooperatives. But in the comparison of informal sector, most of the people belonging to the rural area, they are not able and they have no approach, they are uneducated person, they are not able to collect the documents whatever they have to deposit in the banks. In this situation, they go to friends, relatives, money lenders, large farmers and traders to take credit, to take loan. And how much it is disadvantageous for them, because of most of the people, either the relative money lender, large farmers and traders, they take a higher interest rate on the amount whatever the principal is given to the borrower, right? उस borrower को जितना भी धन दिया जाता है उस पे बहुत ज्यादा इंटरेस्ट लेते हैं ये लोग, but here a very low interest rate here. If the people just take credit from the formal sector, they have to pay a very low interest rate on the principal. Yesterday I explained about the principal. Okay, so second difference, that is the low interest rate. Low interest rate, and here high interest rate. Okay, so this is the main difference between the formal credit and informal credit. Okay, it is mostly approach to the richer section of society, approach to rich people. Okay, but here they are failure. यहाँ पर अप्रोच कौन कर पाता है? Friend, relative, money lender, large farmer and traders, mostly the people belonging to the rural area and they are poorer. Definitely they go to directly to the trader or the money lenders to take credit. इसमें the proportion of the creditors, mostly poor section of society, poor section of society. Okay, in the rural area. This is also the difference. तो फॉर्मल सेक्टर में लोन कौन लेता है? अप्रोच टू द रिचर सेक्शन ऑफ सोसाइटी, मोस्टली द पीपल इफ दे आर रिच दे गो टू द फॉर्मल सेक्टर लोन, and in the rural areas they are the poor section of society and they go directly to the relative, friends, money lender and large farmers or the traders. Okay, so next difference between the formal sector loan and informal sector loan, that is they can repay easily. Okay, it means here is needed, it means needed documents, but in the informal sector loans, mostly people, there is no need to collect the document but only the promises and whatever the relation before, and both parties are familiar to each other and also they are having relation already. Definitely there is no documentation. So without documentation, it means no documents required here. यहाँ पर कोई डॉक्यूमेंट की जरूरत नहीं होती है. Only the money lenders, big farmers, traders, just he or she is knowing you are the person and you are living there, where is your residence and how much you are having the land area or the property according to which, and also you are going for a long term to take credit from the money lender or the traders. Definitely you are well familiar person, your relation is very good. So only on the basis of promises, only on the basis of promises you can take loan from the money lenders, large farmer or the traders. But here there is no need to having relation, but also if you are just able to collect the documents, whatever the collateral documents and the land or property documents, just you can deposit in the bank or cooperatives, you can take credit from the formal sector credit. So that is very important difference between the formal sector and informal sector. Okay, so tell me if any kind of doubt, just you can ask me. It is clear the difference between formal sector and informal sector? So just I am taking your attendance. Okay, if any doubt you can ask me. Anyone has doubt? If any doubt you can ask me, students. Okay, one more thing just I want to take, that is the instruction for you. So many times just I am observing most of the students just they are absent and just go to the attendance group and just write present sir. Okay, it is not enough. What is the ground reality? What is the reality? How much days, how many days Are you attending the class? Your attendance would be counted only from the Zoom class. तो Zoom class से attendance count की जाएगी. That's why it is very much required for you. If you are willing to take good mark from the assessment, internal assessment, and whatever the practical, you have to attend regular Zoom class. Okay. Move further. So page number just 46 and 47, these are the clues and examples, variety of credit arrangements and loans from the cooperative sector. Just you can study it yourself, very easy. Formal sector credit in India, that is the diagram. Graph number 1, sources of credit for the rural household in India in 2010. That is the symbol of the color. According to the color, you can clarify how many people just they go to take the loan from the credit, informal or formal sector. So, blue color, that is showing cooperative and the commercial bank, that the percent is 52. It means 52% people, they take credit from the cooperatives and commercial bank. And 8%, that is the government and other formal sources. 18% people, they take credit from the professional and agriculture money lenders. 5% people, they take credit from the traders. Most of the people just they are selling the product to the traders or the commission agent. Definitely they go before harvesting the crop and they can take credit from the कमीशन एजेंट और द ट्रेडर्स. आपने सुना होगा कई बार कमीशन एजेंट को आपने एक वर्ड बोलते हुए सुना होगा, आड़तिया कहते हैं, आड़ती, जो आड़ती चलाते हैं. सो व्हाट एवर द फार्मर्स इन अवर रूरल इंडिया मोस्टली at the time of sowing seeds or the growing the crops, just they go to traders, commission agent, and they can take loan, they can take credit to grow the crops. And after harvesting the crops, in this situation they have to sell the crop to the money lender, that traders or the commission agent. Okay, so move further. What are the other conditions and terms if you are going to take loan from the formal sector, and what are the other advantage if anyone is going to take credit from the formal sector? So according to the text, you can see we have seen in the above example that people obtain loan from the various sources. So these are the sources: formal credit and informal credit. Okay, so the various type of loans can be conventionally grouped as formal sector loans and informal sector loans. Among the former are loans from bank and cooperatives. Among the farmers, either they are taking the loan or credit from the bank and cooperatives. The informal lender include money lender, trader, employer, relatives, and friends. Already I explained about it. And in rural India household, most of the people have credit coming from the formal sector or the informal sector. That is the question. We have to observe and analyze that in the rural India, most of the people, they are taking credit either from the formal sector or informal sector. It means where most of the people prefer to take credit. It means if we observe in the rural India, definitely most of the people, they take loan from informal sector, that are the money lenders, relative, and traders, or the big large farmers. Move further. The Reserve Bank of India supervises the functioning of formal sources of loan. So who supervises? Like क्लास, गुड मॉर्निंग, क्लास हो रहा है, बाद में बात करिए. कौन है आप? अरे बेटा, सबके लिए पहुंचा, क्लास चल रहा है, बाद में बात करिए आप. इसलिए बच्चा कह रहा है हमारे लिए लिंक. Okay, so just I am explaining about the Reserve Bank of India. Whatever the activity to take loan, the credit functioning, who supervise it? इसका supervisor कौन होता है? ये जो formal sector है, that are the bank and cooperative, they are distributing the loan or credit to the poorers in the rural India. How much they are taking the interest? How much they are taking the interest rate on the principal? Whatever they are distributing the loan. So these are the things, and how much amount have been distributed among the society. कितना लोन बांट दिया गया है, कितना इंटरेस्ट लिया जा रहा है, ये सब सुपरवाइज करने के लिए कौन है? दैट इज द इंस्टीट्यूशन इज नॉन रिजर्व बैंक ऑफ इंडिया। कौन सुपरवाइज करता है? टेल मी, हु सुपरवाइज द फंक्शनिंग ऑफ बैंक्स एंड कोऑपरेटिव्स? रिप्लाई एनीवन? Reserve, yes, yes, Reserve Bank of India. Okay, so for instance, we have seen that the banks maintain a minimum cash balance out of the deposit they receive. Whatever the deposits or the balance they receive in bank, the proportion, how much proportion they have, keep, कितना proportion रखते हैं? Already we discussed about it. That is the 15%. कितना होता है? 15% on the deposits. 15% cash balance always bank have. Any situations or the crisis, they can distribute it loan to the poorer section society or according to the government instruction. Okay, so RBI, Reserve Bank of India, monitors the bank and actually maintaining the cash balance. What is the functioning to maintain the cash balance? And similarly, the RBI sees that the banks give loan not just to profit-making business and traders, but also to small cultivators, small-scale industries, to small borrowers. Okay, so this is the main motto of the Reserve Bank of India. Only this is not the motto or the motive to take higher interest to the borrowers, but also this is the objective only to distribute the loan of credit so that the poor section of society, they can improve themselves, they can uplift the living standard by starting the business or the activities or the economic activities. तो रिजर्व बैंक का ये ऑब्जेक्टिव है कि हमारा ऑब्जेक्टिव आपसे इंटरेस्ट लेना नहीं है, हमारा ऑब्जेक्टिव सिर्फ ये है कि जो गरीब लोग हैं, they can start their business, they can install their factory. Okay, so periodically banks have to submit information to the RBI on how much they are lending. How much they are lending, it means कितना उन्होंने उधार बांट दिया है, how much amount they have distributed among the society. They have to deposit the documents in written to the Reserve Bank of India. Okay, so to whom at what interest rate, कितने लोगों को आपने ब्याज पे पैसे दिए हैं, how many peoples you have distributed the loan or credit and on what interest rate, और उन पर इंटरेस्ट रेट क्या लिया है आपने? 2% का लिया है, 3%, 4%, 9%, 7%, ईयरली और हाफ ईयरली, व्हाट इज द टर्म ऑफ इंटरेस्ट? मूव फर्दर, देयर इज नो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन विच सुपरवाइजेस द क्रेडिट, देयर इज नो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन which supervise the credit activities on lenders in the informal sector. Very interesting fact. Just we are taking that the security in the formal sector. Okay, so if anyone going to take credit from the formal sector, definitely it is supervised by RBI, but here is no supervisor, right? Informal sector में कोई supervisor नहीं है, कोई supervision नहीं कर रहा है. फॉर्मल सेक्टर का जो क्रेडिट है, ऑलवेज इट इज सुपरवाइज्ड बाय आरबीआई, ऑल्सो इट इज बेनिफिशियल फॉर द पीपल. यहां पर कितना आप इंटरेस्ट रेट ले रहे हैं, कोई नहीं देखने वाला है. यहां पर आप कितने समय के लिए पैसा दे रहे हैं, टर्म क्या है, क्रेडिट क्या है, कंडीशन क्या है, देयर इज नो सुपरविजन, राइट? दिस इज द डिफरेंस मैन. ओके, सो यू नो दे कैन लेंड एट वॉट एवर इंटरेस्ट रेट दे चूज. Whatever the interest rate, any money lender, trader, relative, big farmer, large farmers, they can just choose the interest rate. It is depending on the negotiation. भाई दोनों पार्टियों में ट्रेडर बैठा हुआ है, फार्मर पहुंचा के लाला जी मुझे 1 लाख रुपए लोन दे दीजिए, हमें 50,000 रुपए दे दीजिए, so that we can grow the crops in the field and after harvesting the crops I will sell you on the promises that. So most of the time it could be seen just the people they get negotiation at very higher interest because of there is no other option. अब गरीबों का गांव में कोई ऑप्शन नहीं होता है, वो क्या करते हैं, लाला जी के पास जाते हैं. लाला जी कहते हैं कि 5% का ब्याज लेंगे आपसे, 5% का. अब फार्मर सोचता है, अब पुअर फार्मर होता है, स्मॉल फार्मर, देयर इज नो अदर ऑप्शन इन दिस सिचुएशन, वी हैव टू टेक क्रेडिट. अब हमें आपसे लेना है भैया, और कोई हमें जानता नहीं है, बैंक हमें लोन नहीं देगी, हमारे पास डॉक्यूमेंट नहीं है, हम इतने वेल एजुकेटेड नहीं है जो अप्रोच कर पाए. तो पता लगा जो नेगोशिएशन हो जाता है 5% 6% उसी पे एग्री हो जाते हैं. This situation is very difficult before the people who are poorer section, poorer people, right? So there is no one to stop them. और कोई भी ऐसा नहीं होता है कि लाला जी से ये कहे कि भाई आप इतना ज्यादा ब्याज क्यों ले रहे हैं. कोई क्वेश्चनिंग करने वाला नहीं है, कोई रोकने वाला नहीं है. यूजिंग अनफेयर मीन्स टू गेट देयर मनी बैक at the time of they want to repay the loan to the money lender or the traders. In this situation just they can misguide and mismanage the credit term and interest rate. It means they can use unfair means. Unfair means it means आपसे ब्याज ले रहे हैं 6% का और बात हुई थी 5% की. अब वो कह रहे नहीं 6% की बात हुई थी, 6% का ब्याज लगेगा. अब आपके पास कोई ऑप्शन नहीं है कि आप कोर्ट में जाएं, केस कर दें, कुछ नहीं. बिकॉज यू आर द पुअरर. आप गरीब हैं, लाला जी बहुत अमीर हैं. आप सोचते हैं कि इनसे बात बिगाड़ लेंगे तो दूसरी बार कोई पैसा भी नहीं देगा, है ना. लाला जी ने पैसा दिया 6 महीने के लिए और आपका 7 मंथ हो गया, एक ज्यादा हो गया, तो अनफेयर मीन्स यूज कर लेंगे. नहीं अब तो वो पूरी साल का पड़ेगा भाई, 1 महीने आपने ज्यादा क्यों कर दिया, ये पनिशमेंट होगा, ये पेनाल्टी लगेगी आपसे. So तरह के it means different kinds of punishments and unfair means can be used in informal sector credit, right? Next, there is no organization which supervise the credit activities lenders in the formal sector. Or move further. Compared to the formal lenders, if we compare in the formal lenders, most of the informal lenders charge a much higher interest on the loan. If we compare to the formal sector and informal sector, most of the time the informal sector lenders they take higher interest on the loan. So thus the cost of the borrower of informal loans is much higher. It means the cost of informal credit loan is much higher than the formal sector. Okay. Higher cost of borrowing means a large part of the earning of the borrower is used to repay the loan. Imagine that. If a farmer is very small farmer or middle class farmer and also he has a very little proportion of earning on the harvest of crops. In this situation, at the time of repaying the loan to the money lender or the traders, having a little earning or profit, he or she is not able, after selling the crop, is not able to earn profit. In this situation, most of the time it could be seen, most of the time just they got loss after repaying the loan. तो कई बार क्या होता है हमारे देश में, गरीब किसान लाला जी का पैसा वापस करने जाते हैं, मनी लेंडर का, ट्रेडर का, और वापस करते समय इतना लोन, इतना ब्याज, इतना इंटरेस्ट देना पड़ जाता है तो उनको कोई प्रॉफिट नहीं हो पाता है, बराबर हो जाते हैं. एंड ऑल्सो दे गॉट लॉस समथिंग, राइट. So hence borrower have less income left for themselves, as we saw for Shyam Lal in Sonpur. Okay, so you studied the example. In certain cases, the higher interest rate for borrowing can mean that the amount to be repaid is greater than the income of the borrower. It means इतनी तो borrower की income नहीं होती है. More than the income at the time of harvesting and selling the crop, they have to repay the loan. पता लगा कि उन्होंने 50,000 का, okay, so just I'm arranging it. Okay, so I'm telling you, a farmer just sell the crop of 50,000 rupees, and at the time of repay, that is the money he has to repay to the lender or trader, that is 60,000. This is the situation in our rural India too before the farmer. कि हमने 50,000 का तो फसल कर पाई ये बेच करके और हमें पैसा वापस करना है 60,000. इट मीन्स जस्ट दे गॉट लॉस. ओके, नेक्स्ट, so this could lead to increasing debt. This is the situation of debt. Debt it means कर्ज. लोग कर्ज में डूब जाते हैं. As we saw for the Rama and Sonpur, you studied example. And debt trap. Debt trap is the situation when mostly the borrower get loss again and again, back to back 2 years. One time you took loan, you are not able to repay the loan to the traders or the money lender, and once again for the next year cropping you take a fresh loan. दोबारा फिर आपको फसल करनी है और दोबारा फिर आप एक फ्रेश लोन ले लेते हैं. इन दिस ईयर जस्ट यू collect a normal harvesting of the crops and normal rate whenever you are going to sell the product in the marketplace. In this situation you are not able to repay the loan of 2 years. 2 साल का इकट्ठा फिर आप लोन नहीं कर पाते हैं. द सिचुएशन इज नॉन डेब्ट ट्रैप. क्लियर? तो डेब्ट ट्रैप क्या होता है? इट इज क्लियर. ओके. So also people who might wish to start an enterprise means business, by borrowing may not do so because of the high cost of the borrowing. So in this situation in the rural India, most of the people in our country, if they are willing to start the enterprise or the business, in this situation they are not able to start the business because they are not able to get formal sector credit. तो जब फॉर्मल सेक्टर क्रेडिट हमें नहीं मिल पाता है, most of the youth and unemployed person in our country could be seen they are moving here and there and they are not able to start their enterprise or business because of they can't take credit from the formal sector. फॉर्मल सेक्टर से हमें क्रेडिट नहीं मिलता है तो बेरोजगार घूमता रहता है. Imagine that if the government of India provide the credit from the formal sector easily, either anyone is poor or rich, definitely the youth person or who is well educated person, definitely he or she can start enterprise. This is the beneficial, this is advantageous to increase the income of the nation and as well as increasement of the per capita income. Okay, move further. For these reasons, these are the reasons. Yes, ask me. Yes, that is the scenario in our country. So these are the drawbacks from the side of central government. It means government of India should take the steps to distribute the credit, to distribute the loan who are the poorer person of the society, because most of the time it could be seen those people are very poor, those are not able to start enterprise or the business, they are not able to take loan, they are not able to take credit from the formal sector. So anyhow the government of India should start and should make a policy how to distribute, how to give लोन और क्रेडिट टू द पुअर सेक्शन ऑफ सोसाइटी. तो दैट इज द क्वेश्चन. हमारे देश में अमीरों को लोन बहुत जल्दी से मिल जाएगा इफ यू हैव अ लॉट ऑफ प्रॉपर्टी, लॉट ऑफ प्लॉट्स, बिल्डिंग एंड अदर लिव स्टॉक्स एंड अदर प्रॉपर्टी और द फिजिकल प्रॉपर्टी. You would be able to take credit easily from the formal sector, and persons who have a little fragmentation of the land area, छोटा सा खेत है 1-2 बीघे, and there is no other business, there is no other property, he or she is not able to take credit from the formal sector. Unfortunately, this is the unfortunate of the country. ये देश का दुर्भाग्य है कि गरीबों को लोन नहीं मिल पाता है और अमीरों को लोन मिलता है. So in this situation, most of the poorer people, they go to the informal credit, they go to the friends, they go to relatives, money lenders, large farmers, it means big farmers, and traders to take credit. तो उनको यहाँ पर जाना पड़ता है, इनसे क्रेडिट लेना पड़ता है, बिकॉज ये उन्हीं को जानते हैं. मनी लेंडर के पास जाते रहे, पहले से जानता है मनी लेंडर. लार्ज फार्मर है, जमींदार आदमी है, वो भी जानता है, लोन दे देगा. ट्रेडर के पास, जिसके पास अपनी क्रॉप को बेचने के लिए जाते रहे, वो भी अच्छी तरह से जानता है, वो भी दे देगा. बट हियर इज वेरी लॉसफुल बिकॉज दे डिस्ट्रीब्यूट द क्रेडिट और लोन टू द बोरोवर एंड दे टेक एट हायर इंटरेस्ट रेट ऑन द प्रिंसिपल. ओके, so I think it is ending. Okay, thank you so much. Have a nice day.